Welcome, ladies and gents. Chris Andre here. You can find me at BetBoxing on Twitter for boxing-related tweets, or you can subscribe to the channel and click that notifications button and get a notification whenever a new video is uploaded. This particular video is going to be about Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. It's a fight that obviously it's one of the biggest fights of my lifetime. If it does go ahead, one of the biggest fights of all of our lifetimes if it goes ahead this year. So there are going to be a lot of videos between now and then discussing various aspects of the fight. On this particular video though, I want to talk about something way ahead of the fight actually happening, because it's something that Tyson Fury will be thinking about already, something that Anthony Joshua will be thinking about too. But specifically Tyson Fury, I believe. So I think it's it's a good little starting point to discuss, and that is the weight as a tactical tool. You see, Tyson Fury, someone put up a tweet today, and it got me thinking. They put up a tweet of Tyson Fury, and they said this is the best shape he can be in. And it got me thinking, what is the actual best shape for Tyson Fury? Is it worth him coming in heavy, or is it worth him coming in light? I believe if Tyson, we've seen differences of opinion on this in the recent past. John Fury, Tyson Fury's dad, felt that Ben Davison had him coming in too light against Otto Wallin, and he likes to see a bigger, heavier Tyson Fury, as was the case against Deontay Wilder in the second fight. So the question is, what is Fury's best weight, and how important is that in terms of an outcome for the fight against someone like Anthony Joshua? You see, the thing is, it looks quite clear now that AJ will come in lighter than he did, say, against Ruiz in the first fight. It seems as though he's found his ideal weight, something we saw against Pulev, something we saw against Ruiz in that second fight. We're going to see a more agile, light on his feet Anthony Joshua from now on. We're not going to see the big muscular bound AJ that we'd started to see against the likes of Andy Ruiz in the first fight. So what does Tyson Fury do? If Fury packs on the weight, obviously with that comes a more physical presence, harder to carry, to push someone off. And Tyson Fury is a guy that is more than capable of fighting on the inside. And if he's going to fight on the inside, he's going to want that extra weight. But we also know that Tyson Fury is beyond a competent, a very, very good mover who's brilliant at maintaining range. Well, obviously, the more weight you carry, the slower you are. And additionally to being slower of foot at least, carrying extra weight does affect stamina. So he's more likely to fade, perhaps, if he carries on with that weight. So what does he do? If he comes in big, it will probably mean that he's looking to either sit on Joshua's chest or walk him down. Now, is that a good idea? Anthony Joshua, to me, I'm going to do a much, much more in-depth technical breakdown closer to the fight. But in a short summary, Anthony Joshua, to me, is a very, very good counter-puncher. He's got a lovely pull right hand. He's very tight with his mid-range shots. I've always said this before, from a technical perspective, in terms of what is orthodox, what is correct in the way of throwing a shot, Anthony Joshua is technically better than Tyson Fury in the sense of how he throws his shots. I believe Tyson Fury is more naturally talented. I believe Tyson Fury can do things that AJ cannot do. But in terms of technique, who throws the right hand correctly, who throws a left hook correctly, who throws an uppercut correctly, Anthony Joshua is superior. Now, because of that, the reason that technique is important is because martial arts are designed to achieve the most efficient way to land a specific punch. There's a reason you want your hooks to be tight, or an uppercut. There's a reason you want to, throw a particular shot in a manner that's straight without a tail on it. Okay, there's always reasons behind these things. And like I said, we won't go into it in depth here. That's for another technical video. But the point is, Tyson Fury, in my opinion, will not want to be exchanging with AJ at mid-range. Up on his chest, yes, for sure. Because he's a brute Fury, and if he'll have to then cope with the uppercut. Anthony Joshua will look to impose some head control, look to throw an uppercut. That's something he's going to have to deal with. He's going to have to be able to block that off. Use his shoulder inside the center line of AJ, coming at an angle, shoulder inside the center line, and that way he can't hit you with the uppercut of that hand because you're in front of your shoulder. You lean in, you take away that hand, and then you can go to work at an angle. So you're up on his chest, but you're at an angle. You're not here. You're not just leaning in there, or you can just throw an uppercut from there. You're there, which cuts off that side of the uppercut. Now, There are different. James Toney was brilliant at doing that. But listen, there are different fighters that are great at doing that, and there's going to be things he's going to have to work on. But he can master that on the inside. And with AJ having had stamina issues in the past, there's no doubt that if Fury is imposing and he's able to understand the angles on the inside and lean on AJ and make it into a heavy, rough fight, how does Anthony Joshua's stamina hold up? Okay, so there's a potential there. But when he's trying to walk him down, if he's going to sit on those jabs to throw those powerful up jabs that he was doing against Deontay Wilder, well, a lot of that requires commitment. You see, one of the things Lawrence Okoly's so fantastic at, and talking of Lawrence Okoly, by the way, I'm going to bring an Okoly-Glavatsky technical breakdown. It's going to be very detailed. Those of you that really enjoy the detailed technical breakdowns, I'm pretty sure you're going to love that video. But what I want to do is try and learn what software I need, where you can still hear me talking, but I can also show you photos photos I'm drawing on, essentially pointing to things while I'm talking. I don't know how to do that. I've tried doing it, this movie maker that I've got on my laptop, where I'm able to bring photos into the video, but then the video stops. So as I'm talking, I'll stop talking, and then you'll see the photo, and then the video carries on. That's not what I want. I want to be able to talk above the video, above the photographs, and show you an annotation of what I'm doing while I'm on the actual photograph. Let me know if you guys know of any software that I need. I'm clueless with this stuff, but I'm saving that for when I've got that software. I'm asking around a few people that are more technologically literate than I am. But one thing Lawrence Okoly is very, very good at is the ability to get out of range quickly. Okay, he doesn't hang around. He's able to land what he needs to land without overcommitting and stepping back. Now, if Fury's able to do that, quick shots, pop quick and get back out, he'll do that and he'll have a lot of success. But if he's trying to lean in with shots, to sit on his shots, throw a right hand, throw a jab, and really rock AJ's head back, he's potentially going to have a problem with counters. So trying to get to the point where you're getting inside could be a problem if he's giving up that height because he's too eager to walk AJ down. And it's interesting because Sugar Hill seems to like that typical Kronk style, which is all about using your footwork to get on the inside and detonating a big power shot. Usually that's straight right hand, but it's all about how you work your way into a position to let go of your power shot. It's all about how you go about setting a guy up to hurt him. So it's a very aggressive style. Whereas what we've seen with the likes of Ben Davison is more a boxing, concept of hit and don't get hit. So if he's overly looking to put the hurt on AJ, he could be leaving himself open. So if he does choose, which I'm not saying he can't do, but he's going to have to be able to get from outside to inside quickly and sit on that chest. If he's looking to get on the back foot and move, then will carrying the extra weight hinder him? Maybe you feel that actually, even with the bigger weight, I don't think it will hinder him. He's better off coming in heavy. He'll still be faster than AJ. He'll still move better than Anthony Joshua. Faster in terms of feet and agility, upper body movement. So it's not like he's going to be giving away that much. He should have that weight. It won't affect his stamina, you might think. And, that's the best way to go. If he comes in light and AJ's able to get inside and turn it into a rough and tumble sort of fight where he's aggressive and working that body and leaning on Fury, you might think might not be as effective on the inside if he doesn't come in heavy. So you tell me what you think his approach should be. What weight should he come in and how will it affect his tactical choices? And will it make a difference to the outcome of a fight? You might think, for instance, if Fury comes in light, he wins the fight. If he comes in heavy, he loses the fight, or vice versa. Or you might say to me, you know what, this one fight where I actually think Anthony Joshua should come in heavier, or he should come in lighter than he's ever come in before, or whatever. Let me know what you think in terms of weight from a tactical perspective. They'll be thinking about this now. Is Fury better served staying with Sugar Hill or getting back with Ben Davison for this fight? Let me know all these things from it. So we're not talking about how the fight, what you predict will happen necessarily, although you're free to tell me that too. It's more a question of how each fighter should approach this from a tactical perspective, specifically Fury, and specifically from the perspective of weight. Should he come in heavy or light? And how should he approach the fight in terms of what his tactics should be? Thanks for watching. Chat to you soon and God bless.